Hello everyone. I know that this video will be a bit strange, but I hope you will like it. Okay, let me explain quickly how this list will work. I will put one easy boss, who I and everyone knows that she is a very easy boss, but for some reason on my first playthrough I got wrecked a few times against them. Okay, let's begin with Demon Souls. Well, I ran down absolutely every single Demon Souls boss on my first try without the smallest problem. So I don't even know who to put on this list. The only boss who gave me a bit trouble was Old Hero, but it was not really my fault, to be honest with you. Not sure if you knew about that, but in original Demon Souls, this dude was super bugged. You could stay still and he would somehow know that you are right there, and he would non-stop push you. Or you could run around like a madman and he had no idea what's going on. And I honestly don't really know who to put on this list, so I will put him in order to add at least someone. Now Dark Souls 1.
Died to Pinwheel!
This will shock you and it will probably make you hardcore laugh, but Pinwheel killed me more time than Artorias, and no, this is not a joke. On my first playthrough I had no idea that you take fall damage in Pinwheel's boss arena, and because of bone meal skeletons against whom I was running for my life, I jumped in his boss arena, took fall damage and died. And now the second attempt. I knew that he's a joke boss, and I got extremely cocky, so I decided to take the heaviest hammer that I had, and I wanted to face tank him, but when I wanted to hit him for the final blow, he jumped away from me. I was out of stamina and I was in recovery animation, and his clones at the same time threw fireballs at me and I died. After that I took a regular weapon and ran him down, but he still killed me more time than nearly all Dark Souls 1 bosses, which is funny in a very sad way. Now Dark Souls 2. Well, easy answer. I hate this cat on steroids so hard. No matter how many times I replay Dark Souls 2, this stupid cat demolishes me over and over, and I don't even know why. He is a very easy boss. All his moves are easy to avoid. He has small amount of health, he does okay amount of damage, and he doesn't really has one insta win button that will just one shot you without you being able to outplay that. But for some reason my brain just refuses to work against him, and each time I am getting wrecked. Let me show you how exactly I am getting wrecked on him. Bloodborne. Believe it or no, but one Reborn gave me more trouble than I want to admit. There is one very simple reason for that. Many people non-stop scream that one Reborn is just like a Tower Knight from Demon Souls. And if someone says that, no, the fact they didn't even play either of these games. They have almost nothing in common. Against Tower Knight, if you won't kill archers, you are fucked. But in Bloodborne, if you won't run around like a moron while spending a solid amount of time on killing his minions, you can easily kill one Reborn. How? Well, so clever, Electro Pepper, Beast Pellet and just mash R1 button. If you hit each of his legs over and over separately one by one, you can just unlock him to death. And no, I am not joking or exaggerating. Believe it or no, it's 100% true. The second I realized that I should just mash R1 button on one Reborn, simply because Grandmas do a pathetically low amount of damage, one Reborn got destroyed. But that won't change the fact I died on him 5 times, simply because I got debated by the YouTubers and players who didn't even play the Bloodborne and are acting as if they know this game perfectly. Dark Souls 3. A fucking 3. This Dick 3, holy fuck, how hard I hated him on my first playthrough. There are a few reasons for that. First of all, in his arena there are many homeless mobs which can be a bit pain in the ass. Secondly, his stupid grab attack, oh my god. This is Sekiro level bullshit grab hit. And third, Dark Souls 3 was my first Souls game. And before him I killed this knight who dropped me his very cool frost sword. And when I decided to fight these 3 will Irithil's straight sword. As you can guess it, I got wrecked. Because not only this sword has pretty meh scale, this tree has a freeze immune, and for a while I didn't knew about that. But after a few attempts, I realized one very important thing. Oh, wait a second, he's a tree, and on this location I'm getting many fire resins, and after quick 2+2 I realized that I have to fight him with fire damage, and as soon as I realized that, his boss received a forest fire. Let's move to Sekiro. I know this will be a bit unexpected and a bit weird, but honestly, I will add Emma on this list. Yeah, she's just a punching bag phase 1 of Ishin, and I'm not really sure if I can even add her on this list, simply because that's the same as if I said King of the Storm is the second hardest boss in Dark Souls 3. But dear god, what this lady does to my character, holy shit, it's not even funny. First of all, just like every single Sekiro boss, she has absolutely retarded grab kit that teleports you from the other side of the map in her hands. She does insane amount of damage, she has unblockable hit, and unless you perfectly parry it or unless you use a head, she will do damage to you. She gives you almost no time to heal, because she just like Elden Ring bosses has how to say it properly, scripted hit when you use a heal, I would say, and the second you press heal button she instantly jumps on you. And also she has extremely weird Mikiri move. Unlike other bosses, she has a bit delay Mikiri hit, which can be a bit confusing simply because other bosses almost instantly do their Mikiri hit. Plus don't forget about her adoptive daddy that gives you extra panic hit, because when you know that as soon as you kill her, you will have to fight Ishin Ashina, which is not laziest boss. I don't really know what to say about Emma, I really don't like her, she's a huge pain in the ass, and I have no idea who to even put on this list from Sekiro besides Emma. So yeah, let's move to Elden Ring. After thinking for a while, I'll probably add Godric on this list. Like I said many times, my main problem with this dude on my first playthrough was the fact I fought him as soon as I killed Margit, and during that time, I didn't know that your only damage source in this game is either super duper OP Age of War, spamming jump hits with 2 bonkers, or bleed weapon, and it's not hard to guess how much damage I did to this dude with a regular R1, while I had this weapon at +3, while he has insane health bar, for early game boss at least. Not only I did pretty shitty amount of damage, in his phase 1, he just non-stop spams you with his AoE hits, and I for a while had no idea that I should jump in order to avoid this hit. His wind strikes are also a huge pain in the ass. If you are next to him, and if he decides to use his wind strikes, you will 100% take damage, simply because you just physically can't react to this move. Also, you can't really use summons against him, simply because, for example, Engvall is way too expensive for early game, while for example wolves die in 2 hits against him, simply because he has many AoE hits. His phase 2 is much easier than phase 1, because as soon as you realize that he has at least 2 scripted animation, which he can't cancel no matter what, you can just run in front of him or behind him and punish him. Yeah, right now I can easily run him down, but on my first playthrough, I suffered for a while against him. Well, that's pretty much it. Type what you think about my video. With this, I will say bye bye to you, and I will see you next time.